Here's to the breezes that blow through the trees, that lift the skirts above the knees, that reveals the spots that spread diseases. Oh, what a snatch down the hatch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls in that technicolor rainbow between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
Boy Big Herb.
Oh, look, it's me, Mr. Petty.
And I have made my triumphant return.
I know. Damn it, Rick.
So we're not gonna do that.
Like, is Wi-Fi down?
What happened?
This nigga.
Thank you all again for once again joining us here live on Blurs and Whiskey. We got a great show lined up for you, and it is our Halloween special. So we're gonna be talking about some scary shit today.
Yeah.
Let's go around the table first with what we've decided to make with our concoctions. What's up, Rick? What do you want to say?
Nothing. Just go on. Fucking druid.
Well, say,
What did you make the drink, Negro?
Oh.
Jägermeister cold brew. I'm drinking it straight.
Okay. All right.
So, so I went with ginger beer and Crown Apple. So, actually pretty tasty.
Y'all still had ginger beer left over from last week? I thought I took all of that. My bad.
Yeah, there was about 4 cans left over. So,
Son of a bitch.
Hey, but at least you got your cologne back.
So. All right. So I'm gonna keep it simple. Classic. Since I chose gin, I'm gonna keep it simple and do gin and juice.
All right.
Laid back
for shizzle.
Smoking in the sipping on gin.
We don't have the rights to that.
It's okay. I remixed it. It's okay.
What you drinking on, Rita?
I was adventurous today, so I'm drinking Ciroc Peach, of course, but instead of regular chasers for regular people, and since I need to make up for 2 episodes of lost time, I am mixing it. Wait, you can't see it. With this,
yeah, we see it. We see it now.
Peach wine
right there.
and a Moscato. Are you bitch? A Moscato.
So in other words, she's chasing her alcohol with alcohol and chasing that alcohol with more alcohol.
Look, I said I needed to make up for 2 episodes since I even put on lipstick today because of my hat. But still, I need to make up for 2 episodes of lost time. So leave me alone and let me be great.
Expelliarmus. Moving on.
Wow. I'm doing Jameson and ginger beer. So, yeah, I had a taste for it after last week.
So you can't mess that up.
Wouldn't if I could. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some church announcements.
Yeah, so let's go starting off with Tom Holland. There has been some information came out that said that Uncharted has started the filming. Just in case if you guys didn't know, it's also starring Mark Wahlberg, Antonio Banderas, and Bryan Cranston. So,
ooh, Antonio Banderas. Keep going.
This ain't 93.
Yeah, so that's pretty much about it as far as with that. Anybody else want to chime in on this?
Nah, I mean, it's the male Tomb Raider. Hopefully, it'll do better than the real Tomb Raider.
Desperado is going to be in another movie, basically.
Pretty much.
Look, listen. The movie has changed. The movie has changed directors 4 times. It's changed lead actors 4 times. I wasn't gonna say anything about that, Cam, but hey. So
moving on. This is definitely gonna. I guess we could say that Rick had his crystal ball in his hand at some point, man, because Quibi is dead.
But we all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, we knew, but I mean,
didn't know it was going to happen. I really wanted to watch Reno 911,
Now
and
you
I
can.
didn't.
Now you can.
I was being a good friend, And
well, now you can watch Reno 911 because it's going to be on some other channel whenever Quibi starts selling off all that stuff, which they're trying to do right now.
Right, but I got Quibi for free, and you were like, "Don't do it."
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, even so, here's the thing. Even with the people that took them up on their free subscription plan, they still weren't going to be able to make enough money to recoup the $1.75 billion in seed money that they were given. So even if like their numbers were tracking for them to constantly lose money, they just died the death that they needed to die. Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman are just two crooks. Meg Whitman is a tech genius who got involved with this, but she hates the entertainment industry. Jeffrey Katzenberg is a guy that's produced a bunch of shows. They're like the main two people for Quibi. And they basically just got $1.75 billion to pretty much blame COVID for their lack of success. But the funny thing about it is why are you blaming COVID for your lack of success on your app that's basically like an entertainment app for people to watch shows when everybody's sitting at home doing nothing? So that doesn't work out.
The Quibi app. Moving on.
Pour one out for Quibi.
Did you just say Cardi B's real name?
No, that was the killing spell on Hogwarts.
Oh.
Black Hogwarts. Duh.
Alrighty then.
I even got on basketball shorts. I'm in full character.
You got which one? You got some Air Forces or you got the Jordans?
Some Jordans,
okay.
You know, the black and red ones to match the fitted, you know.
Gotta X.
Space Jams.
But one thing that will never die, at least for another 2 more movies, is Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
This one is going up to Fast and the Furious 11. And word on the street is we're actually gonna see them going to space on this one.
No,
they're finally becoming the Power Rangers we all thought they were.
Listen.
Why the fuck are they going into space?
Not all of them. Not all of them. Why. Just
Why is anybody? Fuck all of them. Why is anybody going into space?
So they can connect it to Pitch Black.
So here's the funny thing about it, right? So they're saying it's going to end at movie number 11, but people got to read into what they're saying. They just said the base family story is going to end at 11. There are going to be a lot more spinoffs. Fast and Furious will never die. We still got that Tej and Roman movie that needs to be made because we all know Tyrese got to pay back Will Smith for his $5 million loan. So this is happening. Come to terms with it. Get comfortable. Fast forever. Fast family for life.
Hobbs and Shaw Part 2 coming soon.
Yeah,
yo, we're gonna bring back the ghost of Brian O'Connor and have a new cast. Let's do it.
And then on top of that, we still got to figure out how the hell did what's his name get the Asian dude get resurrected. So I mean, we got to have a movie on that one.
Well, that's because I told y'all before, all the movie franchises gonna combine in one. So we're gonna get like Marvel and Fast and Furious franchise.
I rebuke that. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
You mean to tell me you don't think a snap brought him back?
Hey, listen. We're gonna have Han, but it's gonna be the Ghost of the Furious, like the Ghost of Tsushima.
I'm about to say Ryan O'Connor is gonna be the new Ghost Rider.
And actually, Trey, if you want to hear a blower, there's actually somebody that made an article that says how the Fast and the Furious universe is in the same universe as Back to the Future, based off a vest that one of the characters is wearing in the trailer. So we might get time travel, bitches. It's coming.
I refuse. No.
We went from street racing to heist all the way to
we went from fucking drag racing to your bitch asses in space. I'm still stuck on the space stuff.
But you know why they're going to space? Family.
I told y'all I'm not watching these dumbass movies. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to be that person who's going to be stupid in the theater so I can intentionally get kicked the fuck out. If y'all make me go, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be that ignorant ass individual in the theater so they can kick me out on purpose. I'm not going to watch this shit.
How long has what's the name, Dominic's nephews and baby? They've been babies for like 4 movies.
Well, I mean, he's been a toddler his whole life, so it's like he's forever a bit. What if he's Franklin Richards? All right, I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to justify why Han is alive. Fuck that nigga. He fell out of plane.
Maybe he didn't die.
Han died in an explosion.
Gal
girlfriend died off the plane.
So that way, no, she
the nigga dead. Why y'all trying to bring his bitch ass back? He's dead.
She fell out the plane so that she can go back to the Themyscira.
He's dead.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? She fell out of the plane and rolled right into a fight with Ares.
I hate you all.
Next.
Come on, please. My blood pressure high.
Real quick, Herb, before you get into that next one, did y'all hear about the fact that the Snyder Cut is getting a Jared Leto injection?
I am very excited about this. Very excited.
Are they just trying to make him feel better about all the lines that they cut from the movie
real quick,
the Suicide Squad.
So real quick, what most people don't know, Trey, I'm glad you got that up as your background right now. What most people don't know was Jason Todd's death was actually supposed to be put on film. And it was supposed to be in the Justice League movie. So the fact that they're bringing him back to show Batman's motivations and to why he's become the murdering psychopath that he is in the DCEU, they're going to have to show it. I, for one, am very excited about this because he's going to beat the shit out of Jason Todd with that crowbar.
There is a method to my madness.
I hope they use the same Jason Todd for the Titans show too, because I hate him. He's a prick.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. I still can't get past 3 episodes of that. I have not finished it.
It's the best worst show ever.
Like no.
So Trey, are you Black Hawk warding too in a hoodie, or you just got it on?
I just got a hoodie on.
Yeah, I think he's just being a Trey Druid or something. Whatever.
He's channeling.
He already said Druid earlier. It's not funny.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's channeling his early Batman days. Soon after the show, he's gonna go out and beat the shit out of somebody trying to buy weed.
1%er. All right. We got any other church announcements?
Yeah. On a more somber note, this shit's gonna get me upset.
It's really not that upsetting because I'm gonna tell you why. But go ahead.
George Floyd. I'm just gonna pass it along because I'm.
All right. Really, can I take this one?
Go ahead.
So they dropped the 3rd-degree charge against the Derek who murdered him. However, I was upset when I first found out, but then when I did some more reading, some more research, it's actually the lesser of the charges. The 2nd-degree murder charge still stands, and the 2nd-degree manslaughter charge still stands. That 3rd-degree murder charge was the lesser of the those 2 charges, so they dropped that one. So he is by no means, in any shape, way, or form, off the hook for what he did. It's just that they dropped the lesser of the 2 charges because they can still bring up and they can still elevate those other 2 charges that they have against him.
Right.
At this point, I'm just fuck that. I want every single charge imaginable.
Well, I mean, it's
that's kind of impossible, dude.
It is, but that's just. I'm tired of the bullshit every year. So every time.
I mean, well, no, I could see getting upset if they had dropped the 2nd-degree murder charge and the 2nd-degree manslaughter. The 3rd-degree murder charge is just like, that's annoying, but that's not anything to get yourself all up in arms about. There's no way that they can deny this man going to jail. It is on film. It's on film, and it's 8 minutes and 40 some seconds of him killing this man. He's going to jail.
46 seconds.
There you go. So I mean, there is again. He's going to jail. He is going to go to jail, and if he doesn't, well.
And also one thing we need to point out is that 3rd-degree murder charge is super rare. There are only like a handful of states who have that charge. So it's better for him to be brought up on that 2nd-degree murder charge than it is that 3rd-degree murder charge. So again, when I first found out about it, I was pissed too. I was pissed the nigga made bail. but ultimately he's still facing a murder charge. It's not like they threw that off the table.
Oh shit! I just realized something, guys. It's 1:15. That's all the church announcements.
Good.
And I had to throw an extra one in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's all the church announcements.
Let's keep it moving then. We got plenty of time.
All right. Yeah. No transition there whatsoever. So let's go ahead and get into our throwback movie of the week.
Yeah, throwback movie of the week.
It's full of Antissa.
Rocky
Haitian.
Rocky Horror Picture Film is the throwback show.
Wait a minute. It is Rocky Horror Picture Show, not Rocky Horror Picture Film.
Have you seen it before? You've never seen.
Hold on. How are you doing the throwback of something you never seen?
Look. It's that time of the year. It's that time of the year.
Mute. All right.
Okay. So, in the meeting, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Go ahead. Take it.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is a movie basically about these two kids who get lost in a mansion. They get into all these hijinks. There's a lot of it's become a staple in the LGBT community.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of cross-dressing, there's a lot of homosexuality, but overall it's a lot of fun. The music is very, very catchy. I enjoy it.
Time Warp Dance.
It's one of Tim Curry's most iconic roles. Oh, Rocky! Like, I love that freaking movie. I've actually been to. What's up?
No, please finish. I want you to finish so I can get mine out.
I've actually been to Rocky Horror Picture Film live playings where people dress up in drag and everything. Show. Okay. I said Rocky. What did I say?
You said film.
You heard it.
Well, no, I actually went to they're playing the film in a theater and people are dressed up and dancing around the theater and singing along with it. So
you can't help but sing along.
Not to mention one of the greatest parodies in the history of television when the Boondocks did it on the goddamn Tyler Perry episode. It's all right to cross-dress for Christ. Yo, that was the greatest fucking that was one of the greatest episodes of television I've ever seen in my life. It was fucking amazing. Not to mention the fact that Tyler Perry fired his whole fucking staff after that episode came out. He said, everybody get the fuck out. They got a little bit too close to home.
I didn't even know that episode existed.
That's because they blocked it.
They blocked it. And that's
they tried to block it.
I have it on DVD, so I'm always gonna remember that episode. But yeah.
My man said, I put the sweater on Jesus because he just looked so cold and lonely up there by himself, dying for our sins. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, they did do a remake, and I'm checking the comments. They did do a remake recently with I forgot her name.
It was on Fox.
From Orange is the New Black, but I actually didn't watch that one because it was on Fox. But
why did the Orange is the New Black do a remake?
No.
The girl from the lady, Lorraine Cox,
trans actor.
Lorraine Cox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I haven't watched that one yet. But I love the original. I sing that song all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was our throwback movie of the week.
Shout out to Tim Curry for putting out excellent movies
that you've never seen. Shut up.
No, I seen. Shut up, Cam. Okay.
I mean,
he was amazing. He was amazing in Home Alone 2. I loved him in It. I mean, he's put out some really good movies in the past.
My favorite one is Clue, though. Like, hands down, my favorite Tim Curry is Clue. Will you stop hitting me?
I haven't seen that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
My favorite Tim Curry was actually on an episode of Criminal Minds, but moving on.
I had to re-look at that one too.
My one that I thought was pretty scary was the one he did. What was it? Where he was actually dressed up as a devil, or was it Legend?
Yeah, it was Legend. That's the one I mentioned last week. That scared me into religion.
The horns, like that's how I picture the devil. It like he has the laugh. The laugh is all guttural and just like Tim Curry has one of the most iconic laughs in all of cinema, in my opinion. Like I pray my maniacal laughter gets to that.
So small little nerd blurred fact. If you remember the cartoon show that came on weekdays, Mighty Max, he was the voice. He was the voice of Skullmaster.
Yo, he's done so many great voices.
I didn't know that. Let's not also forget he was the original It.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, that's he made that movie.
Yeah.
He was Captain Hook on The Adventures of Peter Pan.
He was Captain Hook on The Adventures of Peter Pan. You're right.
I haven't seen that one. I almost forgot about that one. But Mighty Max was the shit back in the day, though. Seriously.
All right. So let's go next. It's a fucking hat.
That turned into a crown.
Real quick interjection. Tim Curry was great as the devil, but I'm sorry, Peter Stormare and Constantine is always gonna have it for me.
Yes.
Constantine was amazing. If you haven't watched Constantine, you should. That shit was magical.
I mean, it was a great movie. It wasn't Hellblazer, but it was a great movie. It was anything else but John Constantine. It'd been great. He could have been Mark Constantine for all I care.
Forget that Shia LaBeouf was in that movie too.
He was in that movie.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Just being annoying and but anyway,
he's being Shia LaBeouf.
I was about to say, did he take his method acting to another level on that one and try to commit a damn exorcism before that one too?
I mean, they did exorcise somebody. But anyway, okay. Yeah, that's pretty horrific. Speaking of horror, how many of you out there have finished Lovecraft Country?
I did. So I got something to say, though.
Okay, so just to give you guys a little background, we've talked about Lovecraft Country in the past. If you haven't watched it, it's on HBO. It has been the talk of the town for the last 8 weeks or so. Basically, set in the 1970s?
No,
60s.
1960s, Tulsa, Oklahoma, after the Oklahoma City bottom.
It's 60s or 50s?
I thought it was the 50s, but continue.
Well, I think it's the 50s.
It might be 50s. It was segregated time, but
segregation time during that time of Jim Crow, sundown towns. I actually didn't know about sundown towns until I actually watched the show.
Oh shit!
I didn't know. So it's very informative. It's rooted in fantasy, but it's following that.
Okay, I take it. Yeah, it was in the 50s for sure. Okay.
Yeah. It's rooted in fantasy, but it does have a lot of African American history in this country that's interwoven into the plot. What do you guys think about it? Did you enjoy it? Those who watched it on the panel.
So who watched it? All of a sudden, who all watched it though? So we all did.
Yeah.
Okay. So first and foremost, I'm gonna do something that Herb doesn't do. I'm gonna let y'all know we're gonna do some spoilers. So spoilers ahead. If you haven't watched the show, just know that we're gonna share some things about the show. Continue.
Cheese and fries. Thank you. Emmett Till was murdered in 1955. Okay.
Yeah, 55. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, coming from somebody who's never read the actual book, I loved it. It caught me in on the first episode, and then it was just like, damn, like, okay, I gotta keep watching and everything. So as I learned more about the show, I thoroughly was entertained. I was at the edge of my seat every week. I'm not going to go ahead and say anything as far as the details of it because I want everybody to actually watch it. I'm going to be better this time. So, but it definitely was entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I can't wait until season 2 what's going to happen on that one.
Okay. Anybody else want to
go? I don't know, Rick, your face says something as soon as Herb mentioned book, so I want you to go now.
I just find it funny because everybody thinks it's just that Lovecraft Country book, and nobody knows about H.P. Lovecraft. Like,
I
nobody knows about
Cthulhu. Nigga, I know.
So the funny thing about it is, when I first saw the trailer for Lovecraft Country, I was just like, wait a minute. Does anybody know who HP is? So HP Lovecraft, right, as a writer, he's a horror writer who's basically every monster that you've come into contact with, that you've seen in entertainment or movies over the last, I don't know, 50 or 60 years, he's pretty much responsible for those. Also, the irony behind the show having an all-black cast and dealing with black people's plights in the 60s is that H.P. Lovecraft was a massive racist. He was a big old bigoted racist ass white dude who just happened to be a pretty good writer. So that's why I just find that to be very, very interesting, and that's why I got into the show from the get-go, because it's just like, oh, so this is what we're doing. All right, cool. Let's step on the race. You got like I said last week. You guys know I love a good racist stomping.
And this show is full of racism and stompings. So yeah, it's
the one thing I do love about the show that I need to point out is not only is it entertaining, but the directors are all Black. The people who make like the prosthetics and the costumes and all of that stuff are all Black. Majority of the writers are Black. So if that's not a Black excellence moment, I don't know what is, but you're just talking about, and then majority of the cast, like you said, Rick, earlier, is Black. So, and one thing I need to say is my girl Journey, let's not forget about your boy Juicy, but Journey is acting her ass off every episode. And like y'all did with the takeoff, I'm telling you right now, if Black people in real life are in horror films and something is chasing us, I'm not looking back and screaming, oh my God, bitch, I'm running off. I'm Usain Bolton the shit out of this bitch, and I'm gone.
I love her running was also so great. I love that.
Man, if there's somebody next to me, I'm tripping them up so that it can get, like, it's fight or flight out here. Like, I'm just telling you
not running with
right
her
now.
This is why I'm not standing next to you.
I mean, I guess me watching Lovecraft was weird. I guess different from most, because I watched it all in one bulk sitting, as opposed to like watching it enough time to digest the episode and then keep on going. So I watched it all in like one sitting of all the 8 hours. So all of like Friday night and Saturday, I just watched it straight through. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna have to, like, the only negative I can say is I feel like the show kind of was like all over the place. Like they kind of didn't know what they were going for. They just threw anything about sci-fi and magic and monster and just kind of like a spaghetti thing, like throw it against the wall, see what sticks. Like if they spaced it out throughout many different like seasons, maybe it would have been better. But like at some point as I'm watching this, I'm like, are they going to get to the original like main story arc of like the whole like book of life or whatever? So I'm like, I don't know. That was my only gripe about it. Is I feel like it kind of lost its way a little bit, but it kind of found its way back, you know. But you know, that's just my only gripe. But all of it straight up through, I loved it.
I don't feel like that at all. Like.
Well, must say y'all watched it in individual, like weekly episodics. Like I said, yeah, stuff time to digest. You saw them in space. Next thing I know, they're in Korea. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Real quick to interject. Sorry, something to show notes. Off camera guy, I need you to ban a certain person in the comments. They are spamming the comments. But continue going. So it's far. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, shout out to the people in the comments. F Cadet 85 says, "Damn, Rita, you a savage." And Little Rock FMC says, "Slowest ones die first."
Hey man, that's like if a bear is chasing you. I don't gotta outrun the bear. I just gotta outrun your ass. Like that's it.
Or you can be mystical.
Right.
Well, I mean, look. Well, I'm sorry to every one of y'all. None of y'all are going to outrun me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I know I'm not.
We've already agreed what we're going to do. Never mind.
This has been established. This has been established. I already know. I'm running zigzag to avoid Trey trying to shoot out my kneecaps, and I'm going to.
We've been friends for too long.
all I'm saying, you think Rita's a savage? Don't stand next to me because I can toss all of you.
Which is why I need to outrun you.
Which is why I'm outrunning all of you all.
Because if you can't catch me, I'm good.
So I want to ask a question.
I know how your knees are set up. So
I want to ask a question.
I've been working on my knee. My Phoenix Fit has been getting my knees in order. Thank you very much.
That's a hell of a segue.
Oh, so Phoenix Fit, huh? Phoenix Fit is getting your knees in order. How do you go about doing this Phoenix Fit thing?
I've been twerking on my own in the mirror. Thank you. You know.
I mean, I was
an important exercise for life.
I mean, me personally,
again,
I was just
your kneecaps together like me. You can use promo code FNXBlurs13 to get that 15% off, so that you can do all the twerking in the shower, on the side of the bed, in the mirror, in the car, so that you can clench them butt cheeks together and drop it down low and bring it back up. There we go.
How's twerking going to survive? Like Michael Myers is coming.
Hey,
like, oh no!
If my knees are strong, because twerking is a good knee, thigh, calf exercise. That is a necessary point of life. And so, if my knees are strong enough, I can hit that stride on y'all ass when I take off. Thank you. Moving on.
Wow.
So I want to before we transition, I want to we're somebody in the comments is already talking about the ending. I don't think we should talk about the ending because it does spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, even though it ended last week. But I agree that what they said in the comments. But anyway, I wanted to ask a question to everybody on the panel and everybody in the comments real quick. In a horror scenario, say there's a monster chasing after the 5 hosts of Blurs and Whiskey. Who do you think is going to survive that?
Rick.
I just want to ask. Gotta ask.
I feel like the first 2 people to survive will be Rick and Cam.
Oh man. Oh God.
Well, we know it's
F get that saying that Rick is fast. I get that. He's fast. Maybe fast forward.
No, I wouldn't necessarily
hold on a second.
Like
you were saying magic. Fuck you, okay?
Anyone but Herb.
Fuck you. Okay. And I didn't Barbara Streisand that shit.
It depends on the monster. Okay. All right. It depends on the monster.
Oh,
we all know I'm going to die quickly if it's a snake. If it's an anaconda from Anacondas, I'm be done.
So I don't know. Lovecraft did pave the way for a lot of things now, or they opened the book. Like I said, now we're getting black sci-fi, horror, all these genres that we were never part of. Like I've always said it best, like a black-oriented show doesn't necessarily have to be like overtly like everything has to be black. Like we get it, they're black, they're already. Sometimes, sometimes you just want to see a nigga in space, just doing space shit, but being a nigga. Like it's just
homies in outer space.
Homies in outer space. I'm still trying to figure out the blue hair, but that's whatever. But
why do we need to see a nigga in space?
Because you know,
stop. No, she's making the wrong connection. She's making the wrong connection. She's channeling some anger from earlier. Just let's keep going forward.
Because family.
I was going to say family, but no, with the whole.
No, I got multiple angers from space. Like I got issues with space at this point.
Okay, what's the issue with space?
Leprechauns in space.
Hold on, real quick.
Wrong transition game.
Can we not talk about that?
Yo, y'all just stepped all over Cam trying to transition into character of the week.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. That's on me.
So production are we ready for the character of the week? I'm just trying to transition like how we all do with the economy.
We circling back. I got issues.
Roll the footage. Like
oh shit.
Oh, camera guy. The sound is gone, guys.
Washington's up 9-3.
Y'all caught me using the bathroom.
Yeah. Are we back now?
We are.
We're back.
Character of the week.
And he's replaying.
Today's character of the week, or actually it's a plethora of characters. We're doing Blaxploitation films. Films, combination of black and exploitation. It's giving birth to such iconic characters that, combined with a niche market and a DIY attitude, gave us classic films. But today we're focusing on the horror section of the Blaxploitation films. Like Sugar Hill. Basically, they're zombie gangsters seeking revenge. The Sugar Hill Gang is a rap group that named themselves after the movie, though. Let's see, what else we got? We got Blackula. Oh, that name alone. He's an African prince named Mama Walde, who was turned into a vampire by Count Dracula himself. There's a wolf in there, like Werewolf from Harlem. Then there's a Blackenstein, which is pretty much Frankenstein, so just throw black in front of classic movie monsters. A black exorcist flick named Abby. Ruby Raymore became a horror Dolomite, Petey Wheatstraw. Makes a deal with the devil, married his daughter, becoming the devil's son-in-law. Yeah. The 80s didn't have much as far as black horror films, but they didn't become a thing until the 90s with Tony Todd doing Candyman, and then that became a trilogy. We had Tales from the Hood, which is pretty much our version of Tales from the Crypt. Eddie Murphy tried his hand with a vampire in Brooklyn. It was about a vampire in Brooklyn. Snoop stepped up with his gangster turn from the Return from the Dead, Seeking Revenge, came back with a mean perm, Bones. Later he did Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror. Alright, for shizzle. Anyway, back to you guys.
Them and let them know.
I never watched Bones. I never watched it.
I did.
Was he
I
a
had
vampire
to.
or something? What was he?
Nah, he was basically like he was a gangster who had a heart. Like he was trying to keep drugs and stuff out of community. Basically like Red Hood. Like controlling crime.
You're missing the most important part. You're missing the most important part.
Imagine if the Spectre was a pimp from Compton.
Ass is good. Brooklyn, vampires in Brooklyn. Y'all remember that part? And he was preaching. And he was talking about.
Yeah.
You get you a piece of good ass. You don't remember that part?
I remember.
We do. And if you get yourself a piece of evil ass, woo!
He was a good gangster. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been hung, but I've never been shot before.
He was betrayed by Clifton Powell. Oh, why do people trust him in movies? Like he is like he's notoriously like going to sell you out.
Real quick. I'm gonna say something to y'all, and this is gonna make a whole lot of sense. Clifton Powell is from Southeast DC. That's why you never trust his ass in any movie.
No, but fry some links, man. I'm hungry as a motherfucker. But
hey, Wax, hurry up with them grits and eggs, nigga.
So would Bones be considered a Blaxploitation film?
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
It was in the 90s. It had a rap soundtrack and everything, and there was a rapper playing a role of a gangster who came back to life. They don't explain all his like his bones. They instead of like giving him a proper burial, his bones were buried in like this
pet cemetery.
No. His old home, and then like the old home got bought up by these people, and they tried to turn it into a nightclub, and that's how his spirit got reawoken. Because they tried to turn it into a nightclub. So then he spent most of the time trying to like get back at those who killed him, and they just happened to be.
Why do you have a picture of yourself in the background?
Because this guy is always a constant mistake. People always mistake me for him. So.
Just fucking with you.
Cheesy fries. I'm sorry, but people from Southeast ain't trustworthy. Sorry.
They're not.
And why she gonna say something? She gonna say something. I'm from Southeast. I don't trust you.
I don't trust myself half the time. So you're right.
But here's the thing though. So we gonna the reason why we did like Blaxploitation films and whatever in case you pick up on the thing we're doing horror as our main focus on today. Common trope that you're going to see in a lot of horror films that we kind of picked up on is Black people and their survival rates in horror films. and the fact that we do feel like there's an outlier of those who do survive.
It's systemic racism, yo. I'm telling you that.
So
wait a minute. Wait a minute. No.
Flag on the play.
Yes, I heard it. If people are in a life or death situation, I'm telling you right now, Black people not fucking dying. You know why? Because we in life and death situations off the daily.
But I'm gonna tell you what Black people do when they chase their liquor with liquor and more liquor. They start saying things like totemic.
I heard it. I said it.
Put it on the wall.
All right. We got Rita's words now. Nah, but like, all right. So, like I said, I did some research on this whole thing. Like 1941, I think it was like Zombie King or King of Zombies or something like that. They had this guy, Manton Moreland, who was like the classic stereotypical shucking and jiving Negro, wide eyes, and oh Lord, no, this is a zombie. You know, that was him. And so actually he survived most if not all of the films he was in. He was like, but he ended up becoming the first Black person to die around like I think it was like 1967, something called Spider Baby or something like that.
Baby.
Yeah, Spider Baby. He was the first Black person to die on film. And it's pretty much a precedent ever since. Go ahead, Rita.
There's a comment by True D. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the last part.
Oh, Ice Cube
always makes it.
Always makes it. That's not true. The person, fun fact, who has survived 2 horror films that I know of is your nigga LL Cool J, who survived the Halloween H2O and Deep Blue Sea.
So my head is like a shark fin.
Oh God.
It's the worst goddamn song. Did y'all see that video?
We all
when the motherfucker turned into a shark?
Yes.
I'm sitting this way, like we all watching that film. We're like, I don't think when he made this song, I don't think he actually I don't think he read the script when he made that song.
He couldn't have seen the final because
he was
my head is like a shark fin. Like what?
He was a pirate chef. He was a pirate chef
really
because he had a fucking pet parrot. I was so glad they ate that fucking bird. Fuck that bird.
you ate my bird. Now you got to die.
So he did survive Snakes on the Plane too. So that's 3 movies now.
He was on Snakes on the Plane?
LL or Ice Cube?
I thought it was
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson was in that.
Wrong Black person, guys.
Wrong Black person. You can't trust me at this point because I'm untrustworthy.
So I think Rick we were bringing up the subject earlier. Rick was the one who mentioned it earlier that the black guy in
is the ice cream truck outside?
The black guy in Night of the Living Dead was one. The black guy in Night of the Living Dead was the first one to survive most of the horror films. Ben, I think was his name. Now, funny thing is though, he did survive throughout the night of the Living Dead. He saved a white woman and everything. But here's the funny part: in the final scene, as soon as they like heard the sirens of the police, like, oh, good, we're rescued. He comes out to like say like to explain what happened with the whole zombie infestation thing. They mistake him for a zombie and they shoot him.
Of course they did.
That's white people.
This is 1968. This is like right after like the first Black person died on film. So there's like they set the precedent.
Black. That's why
they set the precedent. He was a zombie. Was he? What's a zombie?
Hey,
like
hey, Horace, don't bring that movie up. Never mention that movie. Never mention Ghost of Mars. Never.
Yeah, even Ice Cube came over there and said that shit was bad. But two people that I did want to bring up as far as Black people surviving in horror films, you have Jada Pinkett Smith's character in Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, and Maggie, aka Rock Digger, in 13 Ghosts. And I didn't even put that shit together until I was like researching. I was like, yeah, Rock Digger did survive because she was like, "Yeah, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this ghost shit no more. I'm out of here. I quit." And
you bugging
on some real nigga shit. She was like, "Nah, I'm not doing this shit no more." So
that's a black person reaction, though. Like the fuck,
exactly.
Fuck you, your mama, your sister, and all of them. I'm out.
So
y'all not about to have me in here with these motherfucking ghosts.
So the thing, so the whole trope in the stereotype of black people dying, though, that came up in like the mid to late 80s when slasher flicks were becoming like a thing. Like we had our moment with Blaxploitation, so that doesn't count as far as like us dying in horror films. But then they had like slasher flicks, and they had the same like formula as one main protagonist and a slew of like uncharacteristic, no one gives a damn ensemble characters that are easily to pick off and die throughout the whole thing. But upon doing research,
somebody who survived that I wanted to die.
Kelly Rowland from oh no, she did die. Good.
She did die.
Good. She did. I like.
She deserved to die.
Scary. She's like, I'm not even scared of you. He was like,
fucking Brandy bitch ass, and I still know what you did last summer. Like she was doing way too much, and I was like, bitch, you at this point you deserve to die. So can somebody come get your ass?
Yo, Freddy vs. Jason. Now that I think about it, that wasn't a horror film. That was a comedy. That was hilarious.
I mean, it had movie monsters in it.
Because randomly Freddy becomes a fucking ninja.
He got him.
I went to the movie theaters. I went to the movie theaters to see that shit, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. We about to have a scrap. Then this nigga starts doing martial arts. I said, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go.
He's fighting like Lady Deathstrike from X2.
What we didn't point out, which is accurate as fuck, is that there was no black people in Jeepers Creepers. You know why? Because we not going the fuck out there.
Nah, fuck that.
we not going out
there. Just hear random. Nah, fuck that.
We're not doing that. That's why
SpongeBob, I'm out here. All right, I'm out.
That's why an honorable mention is that all people survived Jeepers Creepers because we wasn't going the fuck out there. Like, bitch, you gonna go by yourself.
Speaking of ninja moves, that reminds me of H2O when they tried to do Halloween, the 20th anniversary edition, and fucking Busta Rhymes is pulling like Taekwondo on Michael Myers. Like, what?
Motherfucker.
I got you all in check. Like, the spinning back.
I'm gonna fight my way out this motherfucker. Fuck that.
Look, my man Buster said, all right, scary nigga in a pale face. Raw, I'm a Dungeons Dragon.
Hey, he did better than that. He did better than that black dude who tried to like outbox Jason and Friday the 13th in New York. He tried to run his fade on Jason.
No. So I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad at that dude. He had Jason ass. He just ran out of gas. Like he literally got him to the edge of the roof, and then you gonna give up. Nigga, come on, man. How you gonna get to round 12 and then quit? You're only at round 12, and then he's just like, oh shit, I gave it my best try. No, you didn't. Throw another hook.
And Johnny Cage fatality. But
do a push kick. Do something.
So Cheesy Fries brought up Usher and the faculty. That nigga deserved to die too. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was before Confessions. That was 1871. So like 81, 71, whatever the fuck. So he still had a good chance of surviving. But no, the funny part is that all the statistics, realistically, the black people actually don't die first or as often as we think they do. In the horror movie genre, you actually get like the jocks and the promiscuous thoughts or whatever. Those are the ones who die off faster and more numerous. If you look at all the movies, like Jason always kills the people who are having sex, and they're usually the jock and the cheerleader.
Nobody loves me.
Yeah, but statistically, like I said, the only reason why it stands out is because you have a whole white cast and one black person. When they die, they're like, damn, then doesn't black person die on film?
Black people have survival sex after we make sure we're safe.
Yeah, I mean, didn't Jamie Kennedy say that?
We gotta celebrate being safe and being alive.
Jamie Kennedy said in the Scream. No, I'm sorry. Jamie Kennedy said in Scream, no sex, because that's the rule. You're not supposed to have sex because you're gonna die.
Never say I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. But what about I know Rita already brought this up, alluded to this earlier when she train wrecked my transition. But we were talking about dumb, stupid stupid horror films.
I didn't do it. I was baited.
You're right. That's. But Leprechaun is Leprechaun is her. She chose Leprechaun. I kind of would agree on that one too, because back then I had the black box, so I could see all these like sequels. so I'm watching like Leprechaun in the Hood 2, which is like really Leprechaun 7.
Had a grill. A fucking grill.
She was like whenever a movie monster goes to the hood, I'm already officially done with that franchise. Like,
and then he had another one that said "Back to the Hood." Nigga, you not in real life. If we kill you the first time, you not resurrect. We not resurrecting shit. You are dead. Like,
well, he's always resurrected when someone takes his pot of gold. So if you see gold chips on the ground and you pick them up, the next thing you know, you see people being murdered by a midget. That's why.
Yeah. And I'm upset because my nigga Laz or Laz, whatever, however you pronounce your name, Alonzo, who is from DC, decided to be in this movie. Sir.
Hey man, he needed a paycheck. That was before he became Mother's Milk.
Pretty much.
But in space is always the second one right before the franchise is completely done for. Because Leprechaun was in space. Jason was in space.
He never been in fucking space. If he died in space, the nigga had no reason to come back. So whoever allegedly killed him did not do their job.
I don't think there's a consecutive storyline on all of these Leprechaun stories because none of them make sense. No. I don't know. Did Wishmaster ever go to the hood?
No. He was already in the hood, I think.
Was he?
He was in the hood before he went to space.
No. Wishmaster. Wishmaster. Because I'm trying to name like all these like
these shitty horror flicks.
I'm just traumatized and my blood pressure is high.
She just peached.
So what's you guys' stupid movie? What's your stupid movie that has black characters? Let's go. We heard you two. What about Herb and Rick? What y'all got?
You want to go first, Rick?
The Ring.
Lawnmower Man. What is that?
You think The Ring is stupid?
Don't watch the fucking tape. Don't watch it. Don't watch.
But if you don't know, back in the 90s, you didn't know.
No. It wasn't the 90s. It was the 2000s. Don't watch the fucking tape.
Yeah. It was during the time frame of VHSs. People had just blank VHS from recording stuff. If you just found a blank VHS and you trying to record something, you're not gonna watch it before you play it?
No.
I'm gonna record right over that motherfucker.
Y'all can say that now because you've already seen the movie.
No. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
One. Certain people will be over the house, and certain films that I was not supposed to be watching as a kid would be there. So I learned a long time ago, if I don't see a label, I'm not touching it.
Hey Cam, I'm gonna go ahead and say it for you I'm gonna go ahead and say it for you. I'm gonna tape over your sex tape because I don't want to watch it. be you my parents, be you my friends. I'm gonna record over your sex tape. You know why? Because I really want to watch Batman that's coming on regular television. I gotta tape this Wayne's World 2 and Batman's Return. I taped over somebody's bullshit, put a label over it, and wrote over it. Fuck whatever you had on here.
But I say there are labels for a reason. If it's blank, it's because I left it blank because I knew I was going to constantly use that to record over stuff. If I labeled it,
if you had parents that left blank tapes around the house that were accessible to you that possibly had that on, they were just doing bad. They were practicing bad parenting. Okay?
I'm gonna say it for you since we're straddling the fence. That means that your parents were inconsiderate, freaked out assholes, and they were filming themselves, and they left all them blank tapes around, but they didn't say don't touch my tapes. They just leave them sitting around because they're inconsiderate and they're bad people. Your parents out there.
What it is, they thought that cabinet.
You would have saw your mother giving up the cheeks, and that's not what you do to your children.
I mean, but how did we get here if your mama ain't give up the cheeks?
Listen, hey, you be quiet. My mother's a saint. I came here through fucking
that's that. Exactly.
Imagine me and I came down from a stork. Don't you put that evil on me. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
My mama gave up the cheeks, and that's how I got here.
Scary movie.
I gave up the cheeks, and that's how Amir got here.
Dumb, scary movies
for the sake of humanity.
All right, scary, dumb movies.
Scary, dumb movie. Urban Legend Final Cut. That shit.
Wait, which one?
Urban Legend Final Cut.
Oh,
I don't even know what
that
is.
shit. So basically, it's people from the first urban legend movie. It was this guy basically just using pretty much on this college campus, pretty much killing people by urban legends. You know, like whenever people flash their high beams behind you, it's usually
real quick, Herb. You know how you say you learn something new about each one of us every week? I've learned something new about you. You have the worst taste in movies because you bring up some shit that I wouldn't even think to even look at. Like you've looked at some just terrible shit. Like y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. In our production meetings, he'll just bring up some shit. And you're like, nigga, nobody ever watched that. Like, why are you even saying this?
Yeah. So full disclosure, Rick. A lot of the movies that he's seen, I also seen, but I don't bring them up because they're not relevant.
No. So hold on. So here's the thing, though, Cam.
I just didn't say nothing.
Listen, woman, hush. Cam, I accept it from you because you like to watch bad movies. Herb, I know that you will watch them going, hey, man, this shit could be pretty good. I'm going to go check this joint out.
No,
and you paid for it. You paid money for it.
Time out.
He does get fooled every time.
Time out. I watched this shit when I was a teenager. So I didn't really pay. Did I really pay for it? Because I really didn't. And it's just
Herb,
was so bad.
Hold on. No. Answer me this one question. Do you own a copy of I Got the Hookup, or did you at one point?
I watched it. I don't have a copy of it.
So, Herb, let me ask you a question. When you watch these movies, do you watch them for the intent of, hey, I heard this is going to be good. Let me go watch it with the whole hopeful intent that it's going to be a good movie? Or do you watch it with like, oh, this movie is going to be so fucking horrible, I'm going to laugh the entire time?
There was only one movie that I could honestly say that was so shitty. I had an opinion. It was probably going to be shit, and it was Fantasy Island, the recent one. That was the one
Wait. I just remember something. Trey, didn't you get gifted from a mysterious person and I Got the Hookup?
I was just thinking about that.
No, it wasn't I Got the Hookup. It was The Last Dawn.
Yeah.
It was The Last Dawn.
Full disclosure, I do appreciate the gift from whoever sent it. I'm assuming it's somebody who watches the show. Because they didn't send it to my house. You sent it to my mother's house, which is a little strange because I don't live here. So, thanks.
Hey, real quick. I'm sorry, I got to hit this comment. Hey, this is a question to everybody. Did everybody watch House Party 3?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I did.
Hold on. Jawbone. Bernie Mac was the funniest part of that movie. I'm sorry.
I even remember your name.
Bernie Mac was the funniest part of that movie. I'm sorry. Yes, I did watch it.
How did you get my mama's address?
That is a good question.
I guess for me, one of my horror movies that is kind of like really bad as a franchise for me is when I realized that this is kind of like the end of movies for me. It was
Horace.
It was
Final.
Right, that question.
You like put your name on it. I'm like, wait a minute.
We were trying to figure this out for a minute.
Rocking my brain.
Yo, I was about to say that was like what is that, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
It was like a month ago.
Hey, so it's going to we getting to a close, man. So let's go ahead and do the daily shout outs because everyone can catch prior episodes on blurredsandwhiskey.com. Like, share, and subscribe.
Beer struggle.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and throw it in right now. Let's shoehorn in. Go ahead.
Beard struggle. Okay, so if you want to get your beard on luxurious status like mine, go ahead and check us out on The Beard Struggle. And you can find their links on our website, blurredsandwhiskey.com. You can get a 15% off promo if you use the code BLURREDS1 on their site. Check them out. They've got hot combs for your beard. They got the deep conditioners. They got the shampoos. They've got Freya's Bliss is my personal favorite as far as the fragrances for beard oils. So check them out. Get 15% off using the code BLURREDS1. And yeah.
I feel like my beard is struggling the most, but moving on.
So speaking of
many ways, you know what? Yeah, move on.
Speaking of moving on,
so many different ways.
Speaking of moving on, we're gonna go ahead and move on to like I said, like Mr. Proper already mentioned, the website, which is up and running, blurredsandwhiskey.com. You can check out prior episodes. You can check out our Castbox stuff. You can check out all of our partnerships, YouTube links and stuff like that on there. Like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Just search Blurreds and Whiskey. You can pick that up. like like I said, our website is a good place where you can also find some of our merch. So you can also buy that merch. Come take the shot. All right.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Rick.
I was just gonna say, also check us out on Roku on the Overtime TV channel. Check us out on there. Like he said, like, share, and subscribe to everything because we're all over everything. All you got to do is just search Blurs and Whiskey. Now, go ahead.
One more thing I had to say because I saw that Manscaped is actually trying to go ahead and find somebody for their commercial. Go and check out the Blurs and Whiskey panel for this one. So yeah.
Wait. I have one more thing I want to add. Just an impromptu thing. I have officially started my LLC. So
congratulations.
My hair growth oil will be coming soon to all the ladies.
If I could clap, I could.
It's coming soon to all the ladies. I will definitely be giving all my Blurs and Whiskey ladies and fans and guys a discount. So look out for that. It's launching on my birthday in January, so that's coming soon.
Great, go ahead and say it. Go and say it. You know exactly what she was saying. Go and say it.
What?
Up to it. All the ladies.
Up to it.
Down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink motherfucking
drink.
What is nipple struggle? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blurs and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blursandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.